Alright, today's Second Momentum Garage, I am going to show you how to install the rear shocks and struts on your Forester. I've got a 2003 Forester here. I just put on the fronts. So notice the difference in the height between the fronts and the rears. So this is factory Forester shocks and springs. This is 2006 WRX factory springs and struts. So I have the same pair, WRX 06 model, factory strut, factory spring, and I'm going to put them on the back. There's a chance when I lower this that the tire is going to be pushed back, and in theory this trailing arm from the WRX and the bracket will keep it right where it is right now. Now this might be the last time I buy cheap rotors from AutoZone. These are brand new. Same with the rotors, brand new. I mean, these probably don't even have 3 miles on them yet, and they've been sitting here for 2 months. Already started looking like they've been in a junkyard for a while. I'm gonna spray these real quick, but I've got everything soaking in PB Blaster because unfortunately this car did spend some time up north, and it's fairly evident back here in the rear. This is the control arm I'm putting on. You've got 3 bolts here. They're not very tight. I just boop, straight up under, got them. Then you have 2 bolts here, one here, and you have one on the back side. Those were both 12 millimeters, and those were not very tight, but those basically just hold your hoses. Like this one holds the speed sensor, and it's on a big bracket, and then this goes on right in front of it like this, and they all just bolt together on the back side. The other one's right here. As you can see, it's just a little bracket, comes right up here, and the bolt goes straight down. So now I've got those loose, I got these off. I just took this off. This is just sliding. Just get a screwdriver, stick it up the back underneath one of those tabs, and just tap it forward. Make sure you don't hit the hose, don't slip and hit the hose. But when I put this back on, it's just going to go like this, and I'm going to hit it down with the hammer, and it's going to be in there. But for now, I need that off. And so the only thing left I need to get is these 2, which probably will be the toughest 2 because they look the oldest. Not to mention there's a lot of space for that bottom one down there, so hopefully I can get it loose. And then for my trailing arm, I still have to get this bolt down here. I just need to pull the bolt out and pull the arm out so I can bolt my new arm right on, put the bolt through. I'm not replacing a bushing, I'm just moving a bolt, slapping in my new arm. This video is sponsored by bras250.com. You want a bike? Hop on there, get one. So I just, I'm kind of giving up on this bolt right here. I'm going to have a shop do that, which really sucks because everything else is loose on this, but I just can't get that to budge. I even tried using a cheater pipe on a hitch and lifting it up by that, and it still didn't turn. So I guess it's on there, but I've got the rest of at least I can do the shock. I'll have to have a shop. I'll just bolt this back up together. Good thing I hadn't removed anything. I can just slap the bolts back in and tighten the front ones because I hadn't even taken them out. It kind of sucks. They always get run into this at the home garage stuff when you don't have the right tools. But most people don't do this, so I guess I'm going a little overkill. But I guess I'll leave them off for right now. But I have them if I need them. Come alignment, I can just be like, hey, this is why the toe's off, because it should be 0-degree toe everywhere, but this one might have a little, instead of being straight, it might have a little bit out, because this might get shifted back once I lower it, and these would bring it forward. Both bolts out, and that's loose, right? So now I can just go up into the car and get those 3 bolts out. But I want to talk about the bolts that came out. These are both straight bolts. These are H&R camber bolts, TC114, and these are specifically for Subarus. And what you do is you take this one You get one for each side, and you put it in the top. Put this in right here, and that way the alignment shop can rotate this bump to get the camber knee. Because once you lower it or raise it, your camber may be off from the factory geometry. So to promote even tire wear, you'll probably want to grab a set of these or something similar. Your bolts are going to be up here. Let's see. They're going to be up here. And all I did for this, to get that off, little screwdriver, popped it up and out, and move off to the side. Get your 3 bolts, and then you should be able to drop them out. Now I also picked up some 3/8 inch from Subtle Solutions, some 3/8 inch saggy butt spacers. Now these are wagon springs, so in theory these should be the stronger ones, but I got a spacer anyway. The person who is going to be driving this car, my wife mainly, probably will have some stuff in the back, and so it will always be driving a little bit loaded. So I don't think just a little bit of help if for weight in the back will hurt anything. Plus, I can always take these off later if I don't like them. But all you do, this is my new one. All as they go, they just put this on underneath before sliding it up and through the thing, and then we should be good to go from there. This is definitely will be faster with a second person on the inside to put a nut on the top, but maybe might take a few extra tries by yourself. You get one of these bolts, one or both of these bolts in place. So that's on there. We got our huge spacer, and then we got our nut, and I believe that's all it needs. I already see now I have camber adjustment in the rear. See that, how it's pulling it already? So now what I'm going to do, take my jack, and I'm going to attempt to line that up without seeing it and hope I can get it in the holes. And then I'll throw the screws on top and shoot this side. Once that's on there, just clip this back in and shoot. This side's done. Because I'm not changing the arm right now, this side is done. We'll be done after those are screwed in top, because this is just a slide in and tap it in with a hammer. That's how you do it the rears. And then obviously if you're doing this lower, you should go get an alignment right after. It was getting kind of dark last night, so I'll give everybody a walkthrough again. Alright. So this is just a clip that slides out. You pull it hard enough, it'll slide out. And then really it's just these 1-2 bolts and then the 3 up top. Remember, this one was the adjuster that I added. It is kind of hard to get to that bottom bolt, so hopefully it's not too tight. You have to stick a wrench down this way. If I pull this out again, I might flip it around just so there's more space to get a wrench down there. But this one's basically done. I just gotta tighten up that bottom one. This top one's already tight. The top 3 are already tight. And then put the wheel on and set her back down. I don't know. We'll see what the alignment shop says. But I'm about to do this side next, and I already undid the clip, and then I got these soaking in PB Blaster right now. And once these are loose, then you can undo the top ones, so these can be slid out and the new ones slid back in. But I just painted this. These are brand new. I don't know why they're so rusty. Like these have these have just been sitting out here for like a month. So I just painted that one just to play it safe. But even this is a month old and it's starting to get some rust. Should get your lowering. This is after the WRX springs are installed. Now these are on smaller 215/45 BRZ tires and wheels. So not the standard Forester size tires. But even still, looks pretty good.